Hey everyone, Get Milky here, and today again I have a little update on the PC I got a couple of months ago. Because in a lot of reviews you sort of see what the computer's like, but they never explain later on how the computer was and the experience they've had with it. So I'll leave the details of what my computer was as well as the other review video. So it's been a couple of months since I made the review and I actually got my PC. And there's a couple of changes I've made. As you can see if you watch the other one, there's now 2 fans here, which sort of reduce the amount of heat that sort of is produced by the CPU. And the PC is great. As far as a gamer is concerned, the PC is probably, for a budget, it's very good. At the moment, as far as I can tell, I can play any game on Ultra. Any game. And apart from like the games such as Nexus, I do get 60 frames per second on most of the games. Nexus I only get 40, but I think that's generally because of the amount of frames that has to be done to like play that game, because it's a very fast-paced game. So at the moment I'm sort of rendering a video on Shogun 2, and I have the Intel Core i5 2nd gen. I know a third one's come out now, but it's rendering this video that I made, and the video is around 16 minutes long, and it's taking around half an hour to render, which is fine for me. It may not be supremely, excellent, but then again, compared to my old laptop, that sort of recorded and rendered videos in like 7 hours, I think half an hour is actually really good. So, the things about my PC that I don't like, the cons of it, is that it still gets really hot, and I think that's to do with the motherboard I bought with the computer, because the motherboard was actually the cheapest, and it produces a lot of heat, because I think with motherboards they contain this sort of onboard heatsink that just allows cooling to pass by, and it sort of cools down the motherboard. But my one's quite cheap in that way, where it doesn't have these sort of other features, as well as my case, which is quite small. It's kind of compact inside, and it doesn't allow a lot of airflow to sort of get through all the components that are within my PC. But as far as I'm concerned, for under £1,000, this PC is very good. I'm very happy with it. It's got a nice sleek design. I've got multiple things plugged in it. I use it pretty much almost every day, and I'm very happy with it. I've got a couple of new games I've been playing. I played Dead Island. I know it's not really new. I've been playing Shogun. I have Fallout and Mafia 2. I've got Skyrim. Skyrim can work with the extra res textures. Does not take up much CPU. It's very good. And I can run Photoshop, any sort of media programs. This computer can handle it. It's pretty much the epitome of what you could want for a gamer. If you wanted to take a step further and you're more sort of a YouTube sort of rendering person, you could of course, get the new Intel i7, because it has 4 more virtual cores, which allows, processing to be much faster. Rendering, of course, would be faster. But if you've not got the money for it, then I think the components that are within my PC are very good for the price. And I'm pretty sure by now it's gotten cheaper. My graphics card, which is considered a mid-range graphics card, quote-unquote, I think is really undervalued. I have the Radeon HD, I think they used to be called ATI, and it's the Radeon 6950. And there's 2 models above it. Before I bought the graphics card, they were the 6970 and 6990, and I believe now they've released the 79 series, which are much better, and they produce less heat. But my graphics card, the mid-range graphics card, I don't know why they would consider that mid-range, because it can do anything, any game on Ultra at the moment. So, and of course I've got my monitor, which is displaying in full HD as well. I've got HDMI cable running through the back. I've got the HP 2311X or 2311X. It's a great monitor, and then as I said before, this is more just sort of me reminding you of the components I have. I have the Microsoft keyboard. It was quite cheap for a gaming keyboard, one that has separate macros. It was around £30-something. And then I have my Razer mouse, again quite expensive, £40, but still worth it.